Also continues to debate recommendations to its vehicle for hire ordinance amid Uber's threats to leave the city.
We wanted to know what other cities were doing in order to keep Uber an option. ABC 7's complete coverage continues live with reporter Darren Hunt.
Rick and Estelle, yesterday we learned Uber has left Austin after a vote to require fingerprinting of its drivers. But in Dallas, where Uber continues to operate under new rules, no fingerprinting is required.
For a city of our size, having additional transportation options are really important.
Dion Mack is chair of the City of El Paso's Transportation for Hire Committee, tasked with making recommendations to City Council that would allow Uber to continue to operate in the Sun City.
We actually modeled our plan after Dallas.
Where are we at on the fingerprinting aspect of this?
Our process does not include a requirement for fingerprints.
Which is in line with what Dallas did.
Correct.
It's not the end of the world to have somebody go to do a fingerprint background check if you want a job.
Joel LeVar is owner of Border Taxi, and he thinks fingerprinting all drivers is a good idea.
All these regulations are common sense approach regulations.
At the end of the day, if you don't think it's safe, well then don't use it. No one's forcing you to.
City Rep Courtney Nyland doesn't think fingerprinting, which appears to be Uber's biggest concern, is necessary. The last thing you want to see is what happened in Austin.
No, I don't, because what it ended up doing was it's going to stifle a marketplace.
Some people collect fingerprints and therefore identification in the future. They're not necessarily being utilized for any type of identification purpose in that background check in the moment. And so from our perspective, if it isn't strengthening, the process of doing the background checks and providing us that information, why would we at this point collect something that is not going to be integrated into that verification process?
Now, Mack's committee will report back to council next Tuesday, where a 6th public discussion is planned. Uber has not yet responded to my request for a comment on why they've drawn a line in the sand on the fingerprinting issue. Rick and Estelle.
Okay, Darren, good to know. Thank you. ABC 7